We are going to lose our Nidoqueen to this Magnet Bomb, and we are in an absolutely rough spot. Shadow Magneton is going to absolutely obliterate our Lapras, and we are going to CMP tie to the move. Magneton absolutely wins CMP. We've now just got a low health Snorlax in the back. The opponent attempts to make a catch. Jamie holds his energy. He farms down. We are now at the back-to-back moves. This body slam will be drawing the shield, and this superpower is going to be enough to KO. Absolutely insane win from Jamie. So let's get into today's video. In today's video, we are going to be looking at one of the most improved battlers in the world. And that is not just my opinion, that is a fact. Only in Season 9, Jamie was on Rise to the Occasion stream, having a coaching session. He hit Expert for the first time, he then went on to make Legend, and then in Season 10, he then went to make Legend once again. Not only that, you could see by the graphic I had on the right, he actually finished on the leaderboard, almost joint Elo with Rise. That is a credit to him. He's been putting in his work, putting in his fundamentals, learning the game mechanics, and he is now one of the best battlers in the community. He is a fellow content creator. Links to all his channels, his Twitch and his YouTube are in the description down below, and today he's bringing a double tank strategy. So this is a strategy we see on my channel fairly often. You have one anti-fighter in the lead, two tanks in the back, and in game one we picked up a dreadful lead. We save switch into Snorlax and we draw out the fighter. We are sitting in a pretty good spot as Nidoqueen will wall this Machamp unless it is on payback. However, this is not enough for a payback. This will just be cross chop or a rock slide. Jamie knows his counts, he knows shields. This once again is a cross chop. We will no shield and commit to the farm down. We are super low on HP, however, we have got energy good to go. We're going to fire off this Poison Fang into the Dugong and look to switch out into Lapras. Jamie has saved that low HP Nidoqueen, and that is once again a top play. He's now going to be able to reset his debuff, because we all know the Dugongs love to go for Icy Winds. In the back is a Alolan Executor, a really fun pick, a Pokemon I loved using. However, you, my friend, are about to get fucking wrecked. We shield up the Seed Bomb, commit to the farm down. We've got a Skull Bash ready to go. This is debuff. However, we can reset with the Nidoqueen. Let's look to see if that's what Jamie's doing. He's waiting for his switch timer to pop up. Icy Wind, once again, is going to do absolutely fuck all. We do reset our debuff. Now, this next Skull Bash is going to be enough to knock out, and we're off to a 1-0 start with a nice one shield flex despite losing lead. You fucking love to see it. So if you are a Dugong facing a Lapras, you should actually go for Water Pulse. It is a garbage move, but it is only single resisted. Moving on into the next battle, we pick up a lead against Shadow Poliwrath. This is pretty dreadful for the entire team. Scald and Ice Punch and the Mudshots are hitting for super effective, and our Backmon absolutely do not want to see this Poliwrath. So we are building up to the Earth Power and baiting with a Poison Fang. Does the opponent call the bait? Yes, they do. They now switch out into a Seaking, so we are going to debuff it with a Poison Fang and look to switch out probably into one of our back two Mon. We look to catch the Icy Wind on Snorlax. The opponent doesn't throw, but we have got this Seaking deep into the red already. We tank the first charge move. This second charge move is going to come really close to knocking out. However, Jamie believes he will survive. He is no shielding, and we are at the body slam. Now the opponent is going to be forced to burn a shield if they want to maintain alignment. That's a great play, because once again we've allowed absolutely minimal farm for the opponent. They now come in with a Sandshrew, and this is absolutely perfect. They're on Powder Snow. Lapras has a great matchup here. We are double resisting all this Powder Snow damage. The opponent goes for a Gyrable. Lapras tanks that on the chin. They now switch out into Poliwrath, and here comes Nidoqueen. We catch the charge move, which should mean we can now Ice Shard down this Poliwrath, which we do, and now we are sitting in a pretty good spot. We are going to have to land at least 3 surfs, but we're already close to the back-to-back. The opponent no shields the first one. This, I believe, is just a Night Slash. Let's see if Jamie calls it. Yes, he does. We aren't going to get Powder Snow down, so great no shield from Jamie. This one will be getting the shield from the Sandshrew. However, it is getting a bit dicey. We are going to have to make 2 more moves. However, the Sandshrew is also going to have to make 2 more moves, and we are ahead on energy. So the win con for the opponent is going to be 2 Powder Snow down, but Lapras is standing strong. This Surf does knock out, and Lapras, you absolute fucking monster. Absolute beautiful bait call from Jamie, wins him that match. Moving on into the next battle, we pick up a pretty decent lead against Lickitung. It is super bulky, but these Poison Fangs are super annoying. Most Nidoqueens go straight Poison Fangs and no one shields. We go for the Earth Power, and holy shit, it does huge damage to the Lickitung. They save switch into Hypno, and absolute instantaneous swap from Jamie. We meet it with Snorlax. These licks are hitting for super effective, but you can see that these confusions are absolutely chunking us. We get a shield from the Hypno. They are almost at back-to-back moves. Jamie is going to shield the first one, however they are going to get to another move. We will survive a punch, however we'll probably get confusion down without making another move. Do we make the body slam? No, we do not. This is a bit rough. We come in with Lapras. We aren't going to shield up the Thunder Punch. It is super effective, but Lapras is bulky. Jamie is saving a shield for whatever is in the back. We're looking to go for this Surf just to get rid of this Hypno. We don't want to take any more confusion damage. We get rid of the Hypno and we're spamming out Nidoqueen. They come back into the Licky Tongue trying to snipe our Lapras. We can tank this Body Slam and commit to the Poison Jab down if the opponent doesn't switch out. The opponent saves it on 1 HP and a Dream, and in the back is Nidoqueen. Do they respect the Earth Power? No, they do not. Get fucking wrecked, and that is a good game. GG's and thanks for playing. Once again, great recognition from Jamie, knowing that we had Lapras alive. The opponent was likely to try and call a bait, and we did not bait. Once again, the bad leads continue. We Nidoqueen into a Lowland Sandslash. This is dreadful. We save switch into Snorlax. However, we are going to have to land a superpower to knock this thing out, as due to their steel type and they would resist Body Slam. We get quite low and now we are firing the superpower. Is this opponent willing to respect the superpower? Yes, they are. We unfortunately don't make another one, but we have got shield advantage. At this stage now, we can bring in Lapras. The opponent can only go for Bulldoze, and with non-stab, it is a pretty trash move. So you are going to see Lapras will tank a Bulldoze, absolutely no problem. And they actually bait with an Ice Punch. Holy crap, what an absolute mad play from the opponent. We go for a Surf, it doesn't knock out. Surely this time the opponent is going to throw the Bulldoze. If they do, you will see Lapras does tank it, no problem. They're actually on Gyro Ball. Either way, Lapras survives. We Ice Shard down, we've got energy, good to go. And in the back, they have a Charmer and a Victory Bell. Nidoqueen is about to go to fucking town. They no-shield the Poison Fang. We are going to Poison Jab down. We're going to be able to debuff this Clefable in the back. And this is an absolute G to the G. It's actually a Wigglytuff, but either way, it's stupid and pink, and it's absolutely fucked. Moving on into the next one. Speaking of stupid pink things, we see another XL Lickitung in the lead. You saw last time Jamie went straight for the Earth Power and the opponent no-shielded. We are going to get outpaced to a Body Slam. We don't need to shield, but it will do decent damage to Nidoqueen, and once again we are going straight for the Hail Mary. Is this opponent willing to respect the Earth Power? No, they are not. It lands, it does huge damage. They now come into a Pidgeot. Pidgeot has a really dominant matchup against Snorlax. It is double resisting all of our lick damage. Jamie pulls up another app. We only hit a Great, so that isn't ideal. Feather Dance will not KO. They are going to have to go for the Bird, and this opponent apparently loves to bait. So we're looking to get towards back-to-back Superpowers. We allow a Gust through, so this Superpower will not knock out. However, we are going to get Gust down. We come in, look to snipe with Nidoqueen. We're unable to do so. Jamie is going to respect the potential Brave Bird. It is just a Feather Dance, but looking at our health, we would have had to shield anyway. And in the back, they have a Poison Jab user. I believe it probably is Nidoqueen, which it is. We debuff it and switch out into Lapras. Lapras is going to have to carry the team on its big back in this battle. The opponent is in a rough spot. They no-shield the Lickitung. They're relying on a 2-shield Nidoqueen. However, we are going to have to no-shield this first Poison Fang. You can see this Ice Shard damage is absolutely shredding us. We can now shield this next one up. Ice Shard does register. We're going to be able to Ice Shard down this battle. See you fucking later, Nidoqueen. We simultaneously KO. Our Nidoqueen is alive, and Jamie picks up yet another impressive dub. Moving on into the next battle, we see another dreadful lead. Holy shit. We are going to go into our Snorlax. They meet us with a Nidoqueen. They actually switch out a bit late. We get a bit of lag. This is just a Poison Fang. We will survive. We're really hoping to get to 2 Body Slams. We are almost at the back-to-back. We should be getting shield advantage from this Nidoqueen. First one does draw the shield. We make the second one. This is going to get the Nidoqueen fairly low. However, it isn't going to be able to flip switch. We are going to get Poison Jab down. This Nidoqueen is now fairly loaded. Let's see what Jamie is going to do here. He brings in Lapras. The Ice Shard does register, so if they go for a Poison Fang, they'll only be getting off 1. That is the play they go. They actually switch out, saving that Nidoqueen on really low HP. We are debuffed, so this Skull Bash will be doing huge damage. It probably will knock out. Jamie does correctly shield a Skull Bash, and we are now firing back with a Skull Bash of our own. Let's see if the opponent is going to shield it up. No, they do not. A bit of a misplay from the opponent, but they only had one shield. They were trying to call a bait. Jamie is not baiting. This Surf will now knock out unless the opponent commits their final shield. They do not. Once again, the opponent has switched out, so some great switches from the opponent. You can see that Surf did actually register on the Hypno. We land another Surf. We are going to get Confusion down. And now it's time for Nidoqueen to attempt to put the team on his back. Jamie is going to call. No Ice Punch. It is a Shadow Ball. It does do decent damage, but we have to shield up this Surf. Surf would be knocking us out. We should be able to Poison Jab down now at this stage, and we're going to be able to outpace the opposing Nidoqueen to an Earth Power. The opponent realises it's over and quit the match. Great plays from both players in that battle. Moving on into the next one. Yet another dreadful lead. We save switch into Snorlax, and they come in with a Rapidash, a really spicy pick in the Kanto Cup. It is really glassy. They shield up a Body Slam, but they can now ramp up their attack with Flame Charges. Flame Charge will not KO, but it is going to do huge damage. They actually managed to farm us down as well. This is not looking great. We come in with the Nidoqueen. They are able to KO with a Drill Run. The opponent just throws another Flame Charge. We need to commit to the farm down, which we do. We've got energy good to go, and we're going straight for the Earth Power. Does this Blastoise respect the damage? No, they don't. It does almost half of the HP, and in the back is a Raticate. We are going to debuff this Raticate and then look to switch into Lapras, I'd imagine. Let's see if that's what Jamie does. He's actually staying in, looking to try and get the Rat to throw. Either way, we are sitting in a decent spot. Crunch takes us out, and now we can come in with Lapras and look to clutch out this game. This should just be a crunch. Lapras will survive, but it is going to hurt. Hopefully no debuff. We don't get the debuff. We Ice Shard down. We are at the bash. Is the opponent willing to respect the Skull Bash? Either way, this is the correct players. It will be boosting our defense. The Blastoise is going to have to get to back-to-back moves. They're definitely not going to get there. We can safely shield up the Hydro Cannon, and from this range, Surf is going to be enough to knock out. Once again, really great plays from Jamie. We're pretty hard countered in the lead and on the switch, but Lapras carry the team on its big back for the second time in the video. GG's and thanks for playing. I really like that player staying in with Nidoqueen. I probably would have debuffed and dipped, but that could have allowed the Blastoise free farm, so staying in looked to be the correct play. In this next battle, we lead Shadow Nidoqueen into Mew. Most Mews carry Surf. Surf would probably knock out from this range, as Mew is quite attack weighted. They actually go for an overheat and dip out into Lickitung. Once again, Jamie is going for the Hail Mary. Does the Lickitung respect the damage? No, they do not. It lands for huge damage, and here comes the big thick boy Snorlax. Lickitung Snorlax is probably the most boring matchup in the world. We are both hitting each other for double resisted lick damage. Body slams don't do too much, however, they could now possibly in a range where we could lick down. If Jamie does lick down, we are going to leave with absolutely loads of energy. The Lickitung is deep in the red, but due to them double resisting lick, we're unable to make the farm down. We're forced to burn our final shield, but we are absolutely loaded. Let's see what the opponent comes in with. They come in with a Shadow Magneton. Holy crap, that's a spicy pick. We are baiting with a Body Slam. We bank a Body Slam and now dip out into Nidoqueen. This is going to be a really tricky spot. Magnet Bomb takes out Nidoqueen. We're going to be forced to come in with Lapras. We are going to reach the moves at the same time, but this Magneton is absolutely going to win CMP and obliterate our Lapras. Surely Jamie doesn't pull this match off. The opponent switches out into the low health Mew. We lick down. Jamie holds his energy. We deny a Thunder Shock. This Body Slam will absolutely be getting the final shield, which it does, and this superpower is going to be enough to KO. Super cool nerves from Jamie. Clutched that game out in style. Absolutely insane victory from a really rough spot. The opponent tried to get fancy, making a catch. Jamie held his nerves, and my gosh, that was a satisfying victory. Moving on into the next battle, we pick up a pretty dream lead. We lead our Nidoqueen into Machamp. They come in to a Sand Slash, and we meet them with the big thick boy Snorlax. They go for an Ice Punch. It doesn't do too much damage. We are double resisting. This Legacy Sand Slash is Fast move, odd Shadow Claw. The opponent calls the body slam bait. However, this lick damage and the remaining body slam should be enough to knock out. Jamie commits a shield. We are over farming. This is definitely body slam range. Let's see if the opponent is willing to burn a shield. No, they are not. So we win switch. We maintain alignment, but we are down on shields. I imagine the Machamp is going to come back out. We get to this superpower. That is the correct play. Superpower and body slam are both neutral, and superpower allows Machamp less farm as it lowers our defense. We come back in to the Nidoqueen. We instantly swap out into Lapras to meet the Sandshrew. So the opponent is running the Sandshrew Sandslash Evolution line. Lapras has a pretty good matchup here. We've seen this battle already. Most of these Sandshrews are running Blizzard as a second move. Even if they're on Gyrable, it isn't too threatening. We go for the Skull Bash. It lands for huge damage. We boost our defense. We still won't need to shield this up. We'll be able to Ice Shard down. The Surf will be getting the final shield from the Machamp. Holy crap, they make yet another move with the boosted defense. We are choosing to shield it up. We both simultaneously KO. This Poison Fang is going to be debuffing the Machamp. The Machamp shields it up. They are going to have to get to a payback to take us out. However, if they do that, they will dump all of their energy. They go for a cross chop. That isn't the play, but now it is going to be a race. Are they at back-to-back cross chops? No, they are not. Lapras comes in, Surf takes out the Machamp, and we should be able to Ice Shard down the low health Sandshrew in the back, and that is what Jamie does, and yet another impressive game. GG, and thanks for playing. Once again, great recognition from Jamie of his switch timer. He committed his last shield, knew the opponent would try and snipe with Machamp, and he brought in Nidoqueen, and that is what won us this game. Huge shout out to Jamie of Pallet for this submission. I always love the double tank strategy. Some of the plays from Jamie were incredible. You can see why he finished on the leaderboard last season. Make sure you go check him out on Twitch and YouTube. Link in the description down below. If you'd like your battles featured on the channel, the link to the submission form is also down below. And I'd just like to say a huge thank you for watching. I'm really grateful for all the recent support I've been having, and I will see you all in the next one.